Welcome. Let me ask you something. How many English words have you memorized? 500? 1,000? 5,000? You studied vocabulary lists. You used flashcards. You repeated words again and again. You know words like accomplish, benevolent, diligent, exquisite, big words, smart words, dictionary words. But here's my question. Can you use them when you speak? When you have a real conversation, do these words come out naturally, or do you forget them completely? Be honest. Most people forget. They spend months memorizing words. But when they try to speak, their mind goes blank. They use simple words, basic words, the same 100 words over and over. And they ask themselves, why? I know so many words. Why can't I use them? Today, I'm going to tell you why, and more importantly, I'm going to show you the right way to build vocabulary, the natural way, the way that makes words stick forever. This is not just a video. This is your breakthrough. This is the moment you stop wasting time with word lists. So don't just watch, feel this video. Because by the end, you will understand how to build real, usable vocabulary. Before we begin, let me say this. This video is great for your English too, because when you learn the right method, every word becomes a part of you. So get ready. Let's begin. The problem. Memorized words don't become usable words. Let me tell you about a girl named Sneha. Sneha wanted to improve her English, so she downloaded a vocabulary app. Every day, she memorized 20 new words: eloquent, perseverance, conundrum, juxtaposition. She studied their meanings. She wrote them down. She repeated them 10 times. After 6 months, she had memorized over 3,000 words. But one day, she had a conversation with a native speaker, and she couldn't use any of those words. She knew them. She remembered them. But they wouldn't come out. Instead, she used simple words like good, bad, nice, big. She felt frustrated. She felt stupid. She asked herself, what was the point of all that memorization? The answer is simple but painful. Memorization puts words in your short-term memory. But fluency requires words to be in your long-term memory, in your subconscious mind, ready to be used automatically. And there's only one way to move words from short-term memory to long-term memory. Context, repetition, emotion. You need to see words used in real situations. You need to hear them many times. You need to feel them. But vocabulary lists don't give you any of that. They give you words in isolation, without context, without emotion, without life. And that's why you forget them. The truth, babies don't use flashcards. Think about how you learned your native language. Did your mother give you a vocabulary list? Did she say, today you will learn 10 new words. Repeat after me. Cat, dog, house, tree. No. You learned words naturally, through stories, through conversations, through experience. You heard the word apple while eating an apple. You heard rain while watching the rain. You heard happy while feeling happy. The words came with context, with emotion, with meaning. And because of that, you never forgot them. You didn't memorize the word love. You felt love, and the word came with it. This is how your brain learns vocabulary. Not through lists, not through repetition of isolated words, but through experience, through context, through listening to real language in real situations. And this is exactly how you should learn English vocabulary. The solution. Listening therapy builds real vocabulary. At Pro English Zone, we don't teach vocabulary lists. We teach vocabulary through context, through stories, through real English. We call it listening therapy. For the first 2 months, you listen to real English content, stories, conversations, real situations. And you hear words used naturally, in context. You hear, he was exhausted after working all day. You don't memorize the word exhausted. You feel it. You see the situation. You understand it from context. You hear, "She smiled with gratitude." You don't look up gratitude in a dictionary. You understand it from the emotion in her voice. And when you hear these words 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, in different contexts, something magical happens. Your brain absorbs them. They move from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. They become a part of you, and when you need them, they come out naturally. You don't think, "What's the word for this?" You just say it. Because the word is already living in your subconscious mind. This is how babies build vocabulary. And this is how you will build vocabulary too. After 2 months of listening therapy, you move to shadowing. You repeat sentences with those words. You train your mouth to use them. And in the final 2 months, you listen with subtitles. You see how the words are spelled. You connect the sound with the written form. By the end of 6 months, you don't just know thousands of words. You can use them. Naturally. Fluently. Automatically. This is the power of the natural method. The 6-month Fluency Challenge. Build real, usable vocabulary now. I know what you're thinking. This sounds amazing, but how do I start? Great news. We are launching the 6-month Fluency Challenge. For 6 months, we will train your brain to build vocabulary the natural way. No flashcards, no memorization, no boring lists, just real English, real context, real fluency. And by the end, you will have a vocabulary that you can actually use. Not words you memorized and forgot, but words that live in your soul. This is not just a course. This is a transformation. But here's the important part. The challenge is coming soon, and spots will be limited. So if you want to build real vocabulary, if you want to speak with confidence and variety, you need to act now. Subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications, because when the challenge launches, I will announce it here first. Don't miss this opportunity. Your fluency is waiting. Hit subscribe now. Let me ask you something. How do you learn new words? Do you use flashcards, or do you learn from context? Write your answer in the comments. I want to know your method, and your answer will help others learn too. Thank you for watching this video. I'm proud of you. I'm proud that you're ready to stop wasting time with word lists. Remember this. Vocabulary is not about how many words you know. It's about how many words you can use. And the only way to build usable vocabulary is through context, through listening therapy, through real English. Stop memorizing. Start absorbing. Start feeling the language. Trust the process. Trust the natural method. Trust your brain. Because your brain knows how to learn words. It did it in your native language. And it will do it in English too. Subscribe now. Join Pro English Zone. And get ready for the 6-month Fluency Challenge. Your fluency journey starts today. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay natural. And I'll see you in the next video.